The Phoenix Suns and the Clippers. I have the Suns winning the West and getting to the finals. Okay, and mostly because they've added Kevin Durant, who I find authentic and real, and I like him a lot. It was interesting. He's made one big mistake in his career. He left Steph for Kyrie. Forget Warriors to Brooklyn. He left Steph for Kyrie. That's a big whiff. And we weren't backseat drivers. I said it at the time. That is Mahomes going to the Jets 3 years ago. Like, what are you doing? That's not good. Other than that, his career has been spectacular, right? So he was quoted, and this is interesting. He was talking to Fox Sports, and he had some interesting quotes. And, I mean, he's a pretty vulnerable guy. He puts it out there. And his quotes, here they are. He says, I don't see this talked about. I see Dame and LeBron and Draymond. A lot of great players in our league speak up on social media. They don't get the sensitive rep like I do. You need something. My game, you can't see any flaws with that, or in my personality off the court stuff. I don't have any major blemishes, so you got to find something. I don't like this KD tweets too much. I don't think that's it. He continues on, because I think he is actually very likable. If there's something inaccurate that's said about me and being portrayed to the fans, I want to dispute that on Twitter. It's quick where I can just say, hey, this is what I'm thinking in the moment, and then it's over with. I think it's great for fans to get insights on players. Yeah, he's a little sensitive, but that's okay. Like, again, that's fine. That's a good quality to have, that you care about stuff. I think what it really comes down to is this. When you take big swings, they make big headlines. And if it's a mistake, it sticks with you forever. Had KD left the Warriors and gone to Chris Paul in Phoenix, Jason Tatum and the Celtics, those are grown-ups. Had he gone to Giannis in Milwaukee, had he gone to Jimmy Butler in Miami, and even if he doesn't win, we wouldn't look at him the same. But to go from Steph and Kerr and Clay and Draymond, a dynasty, to wacko Kyrie Irving, it literally changes the perception of him. It would be Mahomes to the Jets. Ooh, he's a great player, but he's a little out there. Most all-timers, and KD's an all-timer, they feel almost, they're cornerstone guys. They're almost corporate. Jeter, MJ, Kobe, Peyton Manning, Mahomes, Brady. It's about winning. You can trust them emotionally. They're a bedrock. You can trust them physically. KD has got the physically down. Nobody disputes that. I mean, there are players privately, they don't want to get dragged on social media. They like him more than LeBron. But it's the emotional thing, which had he gone to the Celtics and Tatum, had he gone to the Heat, Spoelstra, Riley, Jimmy Butler, had he gone to Giannis in Milwaukee, we get it. He was just tired. Maybe Draymond wearing him out. He's not a West Coast guy. You know, Steph is always going to be the heart and soul of the franchise. But when you go from here to the penthouse to the outhouse, people are like, you know, he's kind of his own guy emotionally. And so the downside of the big swing is the big miss and the big headline. And I think the rest of Kevin Durant's career is irrelevant. It's all about one team two times. It's about going to the Warriors and then leaving to the Warriors. When he went to the Warriors, we now know in hindsight, he was right. Westbrook was a bad fit to his game. He was right. We would have given him a pass on that because he has elevated. Westbrook's become more toxic. But it was leaving Steph for Kyrie, and that's going to stick forever. And, you know, that's when you go to dynasties in any sport, we talk about ancillary B and C players on dynasties. You think Julian Edelman gets discussed if he's a Dolphin and he has the same numbers, just not the titles? Why do we know Wes Welker? College, Miami? No, it's basically because you played with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. When you play with great, you choose great, you're traded to great, you become part of great. Rick Fox yesterday trended. Had he played for the Orlando Magic, nobody would care. And I don't see Kevin as overly sensitive. I think he's sensitive. But I think he's made one mistake in his basketball career. It wasn't going to Texas. It wasn't going to Oklahoma City. It wasn't leaving Westbrook. It's not going to Phoenix. It wasn't going to the Warriors. That wasn't a mistake. Westbrook was hard to play with. But he left it, and it's who he left it for. For the record, I'll say it again. The guy hasn't lost since November. I mean, he's virtually done everything right in his career. A little brittle in the last couple years, but his career has been overwhelmingly A++++. But you're here and you choose there, people are going to be unforgiving. And that's really what defines him now. The talent and that weird move. That's why I'm wishing him well for Phoenix. I hope he wins. He's one of the all-time great players. Speaking of all-time great players. So we live in a world now. It's conspiracies about everything. Everybody's a wacko. I mean, it used to be there were a lot of wackos, but you didn't see them being a wacko, right? Unless there was somebody that sent a kooky letter to the editor, or you heard somebody on talk radio. Now social media, you know your neighbor's a wacko. There's vaccine this and president this and aliens this. And so the only way to diffuse all the nut jobs with conspiracies, the only way to diffuse it is predict them. Call them before they get there and say, wacko's going to be a wacko in a couple of weeks. So let me tell you the conspiracy theory that's going to happen in the NBA playoffs. One of them. The Lakers are going to play Memphis, and the Lakers are going to get to the free throw line way more than Memphis. But it's not a conspiracy. It's not rigged. It's totally explainable. But in 2 weeks, if the Lakers win the series, all the it's rigged nut jobs will arrive. So the only way to diffuse all the crazy people now is to call them before they happen. And then at least they feel a little guilty and can be made fun of. It's like, we told you crazy was going to get crazy. So LeBron, after he wins the first game of the series, is 27-2 in his career. After losing it, he's 12-9. So it's imperative for the Lakers and LeBron to win game one. And Lakers-Memphis series starts Sunday. So the Lakers right now are first in free throw attempts in the year. And since March and April, the attempts have gone up. Why? It's all very explainable. LeBron's back, he attacks the rim. AD's back, he's all around the rim. So they were shooting a lot of free throws to begin with. But now that LeBron and AD are healthy and playing, the Lakers lead the league in free throw attempts, and it's increasing. Meanwhile, Memphis, the worst free throw shooting team in the league, is middle of the pack. But since March and April, it's going down free throw attempts. Why? Again, it's very explainable. They don't have Steven Adams, Brendan Clark, so they become more of a perimeter team on some nights. So it's all completely explainable. When Memphis has injuries to their bigs, right, they shoot more jumpers, create less contact. As LeBron, AD, and the always aggressive Austin Reeves have played more games together, the Lakers create more contact. They all finish at the rim, therefore they get more free throws, and the Lakers are a much better free throw shooting team than Memphis. Memphis is the worst in the league. So here's what's going to happen. It's going to be a close series. The Lakers are going to shoot about 7 to 8 to 9 free throws more per game. And at the end of the series, when the Lakers are at the line hitting their free throws and Memphis is at the line less and missing theirs, you're going to say the series is rigged. So the only way to diffuse nut jobs, wackos, and it's rigged, whether it's elections or NBA playoff series, you got to call it. Bill Maher said when Trump loses, he's going to say it's rigged. Bill Maher called it a year and a half out, right? Like he spotted crazy before crazy. I'm just telling you, this is what's going to happen. The Lakers, as LeBron and AD have gotten more healthier, are now really an interior offense. They're banging, they're creating contact, they're getting to the free throw line, they're tough, and they're doubling down on it now with Anthony Davis in. And Anthony now is going to live in the paint with Adams and Clark out. So he's going to live in the paint in this series. He's going to be at the free throw line the whole series. Here they come. Just here they come. I'm calling it right now. The Lakers, I think, win the series, but win or lose, they'll have a decided free throw attempt and make advantage over Memphis. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.